specific ones ask questions, you can answer that.
We are live now. You can start.
Ma'am, we're ready to start the session.
All right. Thank you, Sahil. Good morning, everyone. I know it's a bit early for some of you who've been working late at night. I appreciate you joining. And what we are trying to do is show you how AI can help you grow. That is the main purpose. Mr. Rohit Bhandari is joining us from Toronto. It's very late for him. They've been very kind to adjust to our timings. And he will explain how to use AI, and then feel free to ask questions. He's saying he's open to you interrupting while he's going through the slides also. So if you feel like something you need clarification on, please feel free. Thank you so much. And over to you, Rohit.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Meera. I appreciate, giving me this opportunity, first of all. And thank you to AI Empower also for giving me this opportunity as well. First of all, are you people able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, I Zoom, like if one can see it, I think others can also see. So, initially the thought that we came across with the discussion is about, how generative AI can be utilized for various aspects of startup success. That's why I gave a title name as Leveraging Generative AI for Startup Success. And I pulled together an agenda, which I'm just going to give more like in a flow chart fashion. So we're going to talk a little bit first about the introduction. I'm going to introduce myself, of course, and then we're going to jump into Money and MAT has done like collection of all the responses from various audience members. And we brought about a data insight on what responses we got, what were the pain areas. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And then soon after that, I'm going to jump into Gen AI models and limitations of those. Then we're going to finally nail down on some of the prompt engineering aspect of Gen AI, how we can you effectively use those prompt engineering. Then we're going to talk a little bit about early stage startup challenges. This is coming more from my experience as well as the responses that I have received so far. And I am also trying to make it interactive by, whatever responses I got from few of the members, I try to utilize those pain areas with some of the AI tools, and I'm going to demo those out as well. And of course, there is always a question about security and copyright. So I hope I will be addressing that as well as, if the time permits, cover that as well. And then finally, we will do the question answer wrap up on this agenda. So that's what, the overall agenda looks like. So first of all, I'll start with my introduction. What I did was I created, given that this is AI, so I wanted to add a fun element to it. And I created my avatar, and this avatar is going to give my introduction rather than, me doing it. And let me know if you people face any issues. Sometimes Zoom, there are issues with it, but I'm just going to do it in high speed and let it run fast.
Hello everyone, my name is Rohit Bhandari. I am an data and AI architect. Over the last 20 years, I have focused on leveraging AI technologies to solve real-world problems. I have been closely involved with the evolution of AI in the job search market, which makes me uniquely positioned to guide you on this topic today. I'm thrilled to share my insights on how AI can revolutionize your job search process.
So, of course, you will ask, like, what is this job search thing? But this is actually was created for another session, and I'm utilizing it all over. But I am actually part of Publicis Sapient. It is a consulting company. And I have been with this company organization for about 15 years now. It's a large organization, IT consulting firm, and I got an opportunity to deal with various consulting houses in terms like Deloitte, Accenture, and work with those partners. And there are a lot of asset management and investment banks that I work with. And financial data is always regulated. So data is always my cup of tea. I always look for, solutions that can provide data insight. At the same time, the transformative nature of the business, we are looking at how AI can be integrated in a lot of these use cases. But this is at a very high level, but I'm going to drill it down a little bit to the startup level and try to present my case and scenarios there. Okay, so if I'm good with my introduction, yeah, one more disclaimer I put together in red color is like all my opinions, comments are my personal, and I'm not affiliating to any organization for that matter. So I just wanted to make it clear on the red bold note here. Okay, coming on to audience insight. So this is the response that we received so far. Very well, if you can look at the startup stage, startup could be divided into various phases. Currently, we see the higher number of development and testing phase that is going on, represented. I mean, the second is the growth and expansion that the startups are looking at. And on lead generation issue seems to be the major, like getting the quality leads, getting the right customers. These seems to be the major two issues that I wanted to, see how we can nail down. Familiarity with AI in business operation, that seems to be like people are already aware, which is good. That saves my time as we go through the AI introduction and all. But I will try to still, given that there is all mix of audience, I will try to cover a little bit in a hasty fashion on what generative AI is and what ChatGPT is and all. Now, on the common marketing challenges, we are seeing, again, audience being like getting the right audience being the major factor here. And on the AI learning, webinar and online courses seems to be the best way to grasp and learn about AI. But yeah, this is the reflection of what we got from the response. And that is how I created my agenda to keep it more targeted toward startup and marketing aspects of it. Now, these top 7 challenges faced by startups is again coming a little bit from your response and also from my observation. In a consulting world, I talk to various clients, be it retail, investment, finance, talk all over the domains. And what you people have nailed down is exactly similar to what I'm seeing is customer acquisition and retention, right? So how do we retain the customer? First of all, even do the acquisition of a customer, how to get the customer and the leads. Then second is how can we market fit our product? How can we make a good brand recognition? How can we work with the limited financial resources? How can we win customer trust? How can we nail down our competition, and how can we manage cash flow? So I'm not going to cover, I mean, of course, in this dearth of time of 1 hour, I'm not going to cover everything, but I will try to majorly look at some of these aspects, which are the primary focus area for, this agenda. Looking at customer acquisition, brand recognition, market research, like we talked about. Okay, having said that, let me straight away jump on to, and again, guys, like I said, if anybody has any questions or thought process and would like me to pause, let me know. And on the chat, and Mani can, flag it out and I'll try to address it. But otherwise, I'll just keep moving forward in interest of time. So first of all, what exactly is ChatGPT? So ChatGPT itself is formed of 2 words, right? There is chat and then there is GPT. And why I am first of all discussing about ChatGPT, because this became like a flagship product. This is the reason why a lot of people know what generative AI is. That's why, we will concentrate toward ChatGPT, but it's not only limited. Like right now, generative AI, there's so many models available. You can always look at Google Bard, you can look at Claude and, all those. But we're not going to cover all those, but we will take this flagship product as one centric AI tool and see how it can help us achieve our marketing goals. Now, first of all, like I said, ChatGPT is form of 2 words, is a chat and GPT. So chat is nothing but a chatbot. It's a fancy interface on top of GPT model. Now, what is GPT model? It's referred to generative pre-trained transformer. Now, the keyword to look for here is pre-trained. Now, why I'm emphasizing this word pre-trained is because this mathematical algorithm model has been pre-trained on all the data which is digitally available, either via internet, either via books, forms, or whatever, any of these means. OpenAI took all this data and tried to train this model, and that's why it's not cheap, right? It's not that if, say, for an example, XYZ company comes forward and say that, okay, I'm going to go and create my own chat GPT. So it's difficult because it takes about hundreds and millions of dollars to train such a model. And OpenAI has been able to train it. And that's why if you can see, I'm presenting a date here. That is the time when they launched this model. But this has also been trained on a particular day. So whatever that day was became its cutoff. So that means all the internet data, all the digital ocean of data that it has been presented was cut off on that particular day. Now, how should we analog it? Like, what exactly is it? So think of it more like a prediction engine. There's no person sitting behind ChatGPT talking to you. It's a mathematical model. If you say grass is green, so the mathematical model is going to look at that sentence, grass is green, divide it into tokens. I'm going to talk about what tokens are. Take that data in and then spell out what could be the prediction of sentences that best reflect what has been inputted. Now, it is nothing else but a prediction model, that's all. That's why there are a lot of limitation, and that brings up the next thing, which is the limitation of ChatGPT. So we should need to be aware about what the limitations are. The first one I already talked about. The training cutoff is January 2022. So that means once this training cutoff happens, it knows nothing beyond that. There are ways and means by which if you chat right now, it knows because it goes to internet and do a search, but it is not exactly trained on anything beyond January 2022. Secondly, I refer to tokens. So think of like, because anybody who is familiar with IT, like I know people who are already there in the IT startups as well. So they know that computers only understand numbers, right? They understand, actually, if you see CPU level, it all binary, like 1010. They don't even understand anything. So each sentence, like grass is green, has to be converted into a numerical format that can be fed into ChatGPT for it to understand. Now, what is referred to here is GPT 3.5, which is nothing but the free version of ChatGPT, actually can only receive 4096 tokens. That means roughly about 3000 words at a time. GPT-4 can take about 8000. And now if you recently updated on the news, GPT-4 Turbo can take about 12,000 tokens at a time. And APIs can even go much larger than that, 10 times larger than that. One of the key thing that you people need to remember, and that's where, it's very important, like rest of the thing is okay. But one of the thing which is very important for any startup when they try to, go about utilizing generative AI or ChatGPT, they need to understand that don't think of it like a human being sitting behind. So you cannot replace it by any critical functions. So for an example, if I were to analog it, what ChatGPT is to me, I will analog it like a younger brother who is very smart, who has like read through all of the, who has read through all the books and materials and everything, is like a genius. But if he makes a mistake, he will try to always prove himself right. So he's also arrogant. So you need to make like analog it with that kind of person. So you need to understand the hallucination part. So you need to always double check whatever results it's giving. take it more like an augmentation tool, take it more like a helper, but never replace it with any critical functionaries, is what I was trying to portray as the limitation. Okay, now jumping on to, I'll just quickly jump on to, like, this is my last slide for sure. Then I'm just going to jump on to some of the demos that I wanted to show across. So let's talk about effective prompt engineering. Now, like I said, think of it like younger brother. Now, this younger brother also has a lot of knowledge and genius, but it needs right kind of communication for you to talk to him so that it can spill out those results. So what is that right kind of communication to it? Of course, it is natural language, so you can always talk in English, but you cannot be vague. For an example, if you ask ChatGPT, who is the current prime minister? Now, if you give this as a sentence, ChatGPT will not be able to figure something out, and it might spill out some hallucination and incorrect results because it did not specify what exactly are you looking for, right? So always try to be specific. That is my first thing. Work in steps. This is something like, referred to as even chain of thought. So try to break down your things into steps, iterate and improve. Like if you get a result out, you need to iterate. You might have to ask multiple prompts to get to the right kind of result that you want. Define your goal and use relevant keywords to incorporate pertinent terms in prompts. So this is very important as we move along. Now, one of the key thing is RGC prompting, right? So I think people who already know about AI might already be aware, but just in a nutshell, RGC prompting is a role-based prompting. So you can see role, result, goal, context, constraint. I have also put together an example, and let's look through with an example. So this is what I mean by being specific, right? So you are saying you are an expert marketer. So this is how I'm writing to ChatGPT. I'm telling ChatGPT what it is, right? What role it is taking. That is the role part. Create 5 emails. I'm telling it what kind of results I'm looking for. The goal is to drive sales. Then I'm telling about the goal. Then I'm jumping on to the context, who you are, like the content is for entrepreneur. This is my audience, right? And what is the limitation? Like what is the result limitation constraint that I'm putting? Like limit to 200 words. Now this becomes an RGC prompt because it is, covering all of the framework of role, result, goal, context, and constraint. Now, what I wanted to do was, let me go to some of the prompts because I wanted to show you, what exactly this looks like. Let me just hide it for a second. Okay, I hope you guys can still see my screen, right? Okay, I see the thumbs up. So, okay. So if you see, let me create one example here. So this is what I did. I took some examples from, whatever responses I got. And one of the key questions that came out was getting the right customer. So this is a kind of prompt, and these are like top 5 marketing prompts that, I have pulled together, and I can share it with you guys as well. And there's nothing big around it. And these are following a different kind of framework. RGC is one, chain of thought is another. But if you see what I'm writing to ChatGPT is in a very simple language. And again, I'm not going into nuances of what ChatGPT is and what is this dialog box and all those. I hope people are already aware. If somebody is not aware, put it in chat box and I'll try to see if I have time and I'll try to cover that. But for now, I'm just giving a simple prompt. I'm saying my objective is, and I'm putting the same pain area that somebody has written on the response that I got. My objective is getting the right customers from web for lead generation and to increase the sales automation in content generation. And this is what, I got. I just copy pasted. So guys, I didn't, clean up or transform or do anything. I just put the pain area as is. Then I said my role is, remember the RGC framework? I told it like that my role is a marketing consultant. give me detailed weekly action plan spanning 6 weeks that I can execute to achieve the objective. So this is like I'm giving a marketing objective, and this can be replaced with anything, right? Any of the pain area that you have. I'm giving an objective, and then I am giving a role, and then I am telling what is the span in which it need to cover that particular thing, like a time span, time box it, and put the output in a table by week and allocate how long each task should take. Now, ChatGPT gives a decent response. And again, I'm not saying like it is going to be all accurate because I'm not giving it anything specific. I'm not telling it is which particular organization, which particular mission statement. I'm not giving anything, right? But even being so vague, it is able to answer properly. If you see, to assist you as a marketing consultant in achieving your objective of generating leads and increasing sales, I will outline. If you see it outlined, I'm not going to do it because in the interest of time, I'm just going to quickly browse through. But if you see it's talking about like on the week 1, do the market research, conduct thorough market research to identify target customer profile and preference. This is the time allocated. It's just a plan, right? It's just throwing a number to you. Competitor analysis is something you should do. Define value proposition, develop content strategy. And this will start from the, say, week 2. And this is how it keep on going, like, SEO optimization. If you see like it's a good coach, right? It's telling you a guideline on how you should follow this plan. And as a startup, when we are in dearth of resources, when we are in dearth of cash flow, we can always utilize this as a guide or a mentor that can help you give all these plans in place, and you can always later on drill more, like I said, be iterative. So you don't have to stop here. You can ask him, okay, elaborate on, say for an example, you are trying to understand market research more. So you can say, elaborate on market research more. How should I go about it? Should I do, like, say, for an example, it might say, do surveys, do this. Then you can even ask him to create surveys for you. Okay, but I'm not going to jump all into it, but I just wanted to give you like an idea of how to go about doing this. Okay. A similar thing, I did this as another example. You are a leading, like this is where, I wanted to create, say, and this is the second part of one of the pain area that I saw, wherein somebody wanted to market its product to attract the right kind of customers, right? That's another pain area that I saw. So this is one of prompt, and again this is again listed in a top 5 marketing prompts. So we can target based on YouTube Shorts or TikTok or whatever is the right medium by creating these campaigns. And for now, like let's read through this particular prompt that I gave, and try to understand what I'm doing here. You are a leading expert in viral marketing. So I'm giving it a role, right? I'm telling you are a lead expert on viral marketing. Act as a highly paid consultant to clients looking to build their business and market their products on YouTube Shorts. Okay. Now, this could be also TikTok, this could be also Instagram, whatever is your cup of tea, you can put that there. I am your client. And guys, I took a liberty of picking up, one of the company that was listed in the response. So please don't mind. I just picked it up as just as a reference. So I just said, I am your client and my product is Bryo Pump in solar water pump and Next Bryo for agriculture sector farmers. This is important because I'm telling it what is my audience, right? You might question, does this audience go through YouTube Shorts? But that's not, the reference frame of reference here. I'm just creating it as an example, right? Your audience could be college goers, your audience could be Gen Z, whatever, right? Come up with list of 5 YouTube Shorts. So this is what I'm telling it, like this is the result I'm looking for. And, which can have high chance of going viral. So create these scripted shorts, which can go viral very easily, that are directly relevant to my product. and the ideal customers who may purchase it. Now, based on that, if you look at it, it gave me ideas for 5 different YouTube shorts that I can create. And it told me the concept, how the visual should be, and what it should contain. If you think about it, like if you want to just, just for the sake of it, I can quickly run through one such visual. So the concept is showcase a farmer's daily routine, contrasting the ease and efficiency of using the bryo pump versus traditional methods. So you're trying to compare. If you're not using this pump, you're using traditional method, what is the difference? Highlight how it saves time and increase productivity. Visual, start with sunrise. So it's also throwing some ideas to you. Start with the sunrise on a farm, transition to a farmer setting up the bryo pump, and conclude with the result, a thriving, well-irrigated farm. And there are, different, and you don't need to restrict it to 5. You can even go to 10, 20, whatever, right? But I just wanted to throw that as an idea as well. And the third example I gave was for, there was also one response coming from somebody who was into gaming industry. And let's see what is the prompt I'm giving. And again, this is a marketing prompt, right? So one was about objective layout. One was about creating viral videos, short videos or campaigns. And let's see what the third is about. Act as an expert in gaming infratech industry. Share real life challenges that a company doing in this industry can face, and how my company that provides gamified product can play a pivotal role in overcoming this issue. List 3 things I should include in my conversation with them. It's kind of like creating, just, I mean, think about the fact that I don't have any clue about what this is, right? I'm just giving it, whatever I am giving it is from my perspective. And I am just taking it from some of the responses you gave. Some people even don't have website. So I have no way to know what exactly is the real context, but still it does a decent job of, figuring out, what are the challenges compared to competitors on these solutions. What are, like the data security and privacy, user experience and engagement. How can Gamanize do the better job here to win it over, right? So like, generally I also make a joke most of time. So if there is a lion and, there is a group of people, so you don't need to be fast enough to outrun the lion. You just need to outrun somebody who's next to you, right? That's where you need to beat your competitor, right? So, that's where the example that is I was trying to bring out. So if you know from the market research perspective, what are the different challenges faced by different competitors out there, how you can tailor your solutions to, get a better return on investment and outbeat your competitors, right? So that was the idea behind it. Now, other thing I wanted to, because these are all prompts, right? These are all chat GPT things that I wanted to show you. There is one more I did, which was for the waste management. Yeah, so this is another area which I wanted to do as a professional consultant. And this is again, I took from, and again, guys, don't mind, I took the liberty of utilizing your product in the prompts. But I just wanted to give you in a demo, like what exactly ChatGPT can do for you. Without, like in ChatGPT, like I'm using 4, but if you're using 3.5, it is all free. You can utilize it as is. But if you are really serious about, utilizing AI, I would say spend the money for GPT-4 version, because it has a lot more hyperparameters, but hyperparameters are like nerve cells in your brain. It's very similar to that. So it is going to give you more rational and accurate results as it goes along. Okay. So see, what is the prompt I'm giving? As a professional consultant with 20 years experience, conduct a comprehensive market analysis. So when I say comprehensive market analysis, now I'm trying to do kind of like a market research and analysis. We are a hyper local, and this is what I picked from, some of the input from the website. So please don't mind. I took the liberty to picking that up to give the context to ChatGPT. So we are a hyper local platform to connect the waste producers to the waste collectors. I'm not going to read through all, but you get an idea, right? So I just give all that information. Then I said identifying key trend, customer preferences, and competitive landscape. And then it said to conduct a comprehensive market analysis for your platform. So it then talk about, industry trends in waste management aspect, right? Now it knows the context. So it's going to talk about, what are the industry trends, growing environmental consciousness, technology integration in waste management, government regulation and initiatives. So it's give like a decent output to you. And when it comes to like say government regulation, you can also add to the fact that that's where your iteration will come in. You can add to the fact that I am from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. So then it knows that and it can give you more specific output from that government perspective. Urbanization and increased wage generation. So I think it's all in perspective, falling in perspective. Then it talks about customer preferences, right? So when it comes to waste management perspective, what are the customer preferences? Like convenience is one, in my environmental impact, right? Everybody is trying to go green. They're trying to do reusable. So what is the environmental aspect to it? Are we transparent and there is a traceability around it? Cost effectiveness, digital engagement, competitive landscape, existing waste management services, new entrant and startup, partnership and collaboration. And then it also end up giving you recommendation because that's what the prompt was asking for, right? What is the recommendation? And again, this is not end of it, right? Think of it like start. What you are seeing is just tip of the iceberg. You can always go into more details, like whatever area you want ChatGPT to explore further, try to give more specific information and it will try to give you more comprehensive result around those information that you have provided. Okay, makes sense? So then I think also did another prompt which I wanted to show you. This one. Okay, I think I'm going to cover that, but let me jump back to slides for a second. Now, having said that, right, because I showed you all these prompts, I showed you, ChatGPT can produce some output out. So what are the top 7, keys for your success, right? What are the tips? I would say, what are the tips that you should keep in mind if you are planning to use AI? Let me make it bigger for you. Okay. Okay. So one thing, the number one tip from my side is input and output management. Now, there are 2 reasons why I'm saying that. Whenever you give input to ChatGPT, see, right now I just took a liberty of taking information from your website and pasting it, which is fine because website is anyway public, right? Everybody can see it. But say, for an example, something is very sensitive. Say you have your account number, say you have your name or whatever. So then security comes into play. So you have to manage whatever you are inputting into chatbot and what is the output that is also coming out, right? Also, you need to fine tune those inputs. So that is number one tip. Second is optimize your content delivery. You need to really, as a tip, you need to really see what is your audience. Like for an example, I took a prompt about farmers and told ChatGPT to create YouTube shorts. That may not be meaningful, right? I don't know whether farmers, maybe it's meaningful because farmers do have access to mobiles and, YouTube shorts. But you need to really see, based on your audience. Like if it is Gen Z, they might be more interested in TikTok on Instagram. So you might have to refer that your AI to give content more optimized for that, right? Now, data-driven approach, of course, data is the king here. Then the fourth thing is also very important, which is human-centric sources. Now, what happens if you don't give any human-centric source, like you don't provide any input, any documentation from your side? Like say your daughter need to write an essay. I'm just giving an analog, right? I'm just throwing an analog. Say your daughter is supposed to write an essay on something, and she just asked ChatGPT. So ChatGPT will be able to provide an answer, right? ChatGPT will be able to give something out. but will it be targeted enough? Will it be focused enough to what the essay is asking for? So generally what happens is you should always give some sort of specification to it, like some human form of your own essay that you have written. Maybe it is all gibberish, doesn't matter. But if you have written something, jotted down something, some points, like say if you were to write an essay on environment, if you have written about, say, greenhouse and all those, what you have observed as a human, if you mention all those, your response will be much, much better because ChatGPT actually takes your specified information, take it as a guidance route, and then go through its wealth of information and give you the right output. Now, third is, brand voice need to be coherent. So this is a problem that happens with AI, right? So whenever you ask it to write a blog, and say another person also ask it to write a blog, so they might both have a similar AI sort of voice, right? So you have to make sure that your voice goes into when you're trying to generate content. And there are various tools which I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. So there are various tools which can cover those voice generation part as well. And if you give any specific data from your site, say for an example, you were used to write a blog, you can copy paste that blog and tell him that, tell ChatGPT that utilize that blog and write it in the same tone or write it in the same manner that this blog has been written. So it will be able to, take that brand voice and try to give you the output in the same format. Also, sixth tip is treat AI as an augmentative tool. I also talked about that in limitation. Don't ever think that AI can replace, say, example, you have a legal team, right? You say that, okay, now my AI is giving me good results. I can ask him for, any corporate strategy when it comes to legal terms. I would say complete no to that because anything that is critical, anything that can, put you into trouble, you should actually use it as an augmentation tool. Like you can create a first draft from AI and then pass it to your lawyer team or whatever team so that their work becomes better. They can faster achieve the results. So think of AI to achieve your results faster, but don't take it as somebody or something that can be easily replaced and utilized. Like say for an example, like I gave lawyer example, but say healthcare is another example, right? So you can't just go to AI and start treating yourself for whatever ailment you have, right? So you need to uh, take it as a subordinate or an augmentation or a helper sort of thing. I think in transparency is another thing. As an organization, if you are utilizing AI for your results, like I gave as an example, like you're creating blogs or whatever, you need to make sure that you're transparent about it. Like, you can cite your sources as, retrieved from AI or whatever. Let your clients know that you as an organization also take help from AI, which is fine, right? People don't see it in a bad way. But if you don't say anything and later on, somebody comes to know, that may become a troublesome issue and become an ethical problem as we move along and evolve in this area of AI. Even ChatGPT, like OpenAI, do say, like they have given this something called as seed. I don't know if people have heard about it. So they say that anything that is generated by OpenAI, ChatGPT, and is utilized, and later on somebody comes with a copyrighted, infringement and sue them, OpenAI will give its money to fight the case and it will fight for you. So it is giving you that shield to protect you. And they say that, they're coming into this ground because there are a lot of cases that were mounting up, piling up in US and even Canada for that matter, even Europe for that matter. I don't know about India as much, but I do know like in Western countries, a lot of cases that have come up on this ground. Okay, so let's move on. So another challenge I faced was like, on the responses was that some of the startups even don't even have a website, right? So how to go about it, right? So that's what I did was I, kind of like compiled a list of all these AI tools which can actually create a website for you in a Ziffy, right? It will just take about 30 seconds for it to create the website for you. And some are like free, some are not. So there are the cost. I mean, of course, it is in CAD, but you can do the conversion. Maybe India has a better rate or whatever. So you can find that out on the websites. And then, I did some, because I have utilized some of these tools. So I have put my thoughts around like what is the design and what are the text, like where it is good, where it is okay, whether it is fine, and what are the pros and cons of it. And I also took a liberty. Let me show you that. So uh, one of the responder did not have any of the. Let me see if yeah, this is the one. So one of the responder did not have any website. So I took the liberty of creating a website. It was Gleanfluent online education platform. And again, this was created in 30 seconds without giving any information. I have no clue about what Gleanfluent online education platform is. The only thing I told this AI tool is that it is an online education platform and its name is Gleanfluent. That's all. And rest it actually created all these pictures, all this. Like if you see, and yeah, I did mention that it is coming from UP. So welcome to Gleanfluent, an online education platform based in Lucknow Division, UP. We are dedicated to providing high quality education to learners of all ages and background. At Gleanfluent, we believe that education is the key to unlocking one's true potential. Our team of experienced educators and industry professionals are passionate about creating engaging and interactive learning experience. But you get the idea, right? So it created this text around uh, uh, some of the about us. Then it created educational services, language learning classes, test preparation. I don't know whether that is relevant or not, but you are actually you can change everything. And you can, it's a low code, no code platform. So what is meant by low code, no code is that you have to do, like it's a more a drag and drop sort of thing. And you don't have to utilize any of the code. So everything will be done. Even if you like type in a prompt, it will actually go and change some of these pictures and some of these test text for you as it goes along, right? But anyway, I mean, I just wanted to give you an idea, like, if you think like all these pictures and everything created in 30 seconds, it even created like some reviews from the past customers is all like made up. But you understand, right? You get a framework, you get a framework in which you can add your stuff as you go along if you don't have a website. And pricing wise, let me see if I have it handy here. I'll just very quickly, I think, yeah, this is the pricing part. Yeah, so if you see the first 3 pages are free. If you are only like a startup, which, you are okay with like 3 pages of content. See, having no website and having 3 page website, I think I'll pick 3 pages website, right? It's free, first of all. You don't have to worry about it. Then 5 CRM contact, you even have a email support. So most of the data is there, and then you can get started with it, and it will then ask you for your name and everything and create the website in 30 seconds. This is so yeah. So I mean, I can actually delete it later, but I just wanted to put it as a demo and show to you guys what it is, right? So that was one thing I wanted to show. The other thing, wait one second. Yeah. So this is the curated list of all the tools that we have. If you see, this is the massive list of tools that we have kind of curated based on categories. Because generally what happens is if you think about AI is actually becoming like a jungle, right? So every now and then there is a tool that is mushrooming up, right? I might myself not know about a lot of tools that you people might be aware of, right? You people might be listening through your friends here and there, word of mouth. But has anybody done any due diligence on these tools, right? So nobody has done that. That's where I think AI Power from Money's team have done some due diligence on a lot of these tools. And if you see, there's a massive list out there, and they have done the categorization of what these tools are, like D-ID. If you see the avatar, like remember the animation which gave my intro, that was created by D-ID. Lemon Labs is for voice. Like similar, there are so many tools out here. For small businesses, again, there are pros and cons because there were some curated data that we collected for a lot of these tools, and which one is best, which one is second best, kind of like we went around it. Similar with website builder, like I showed earlier. Then there is social media bots. Remember, like I remember, like people were even struggling to get the leads, like get inbound traffic. So for those reasons, there are a lot of these tools that can also be looked upon. But again, in interest of time, I'm not going to go through all the list here. But just to give you a fair amount of idea, like there are massive amount of tools out there, and we are ready to help in case anybody need any relevant tools for their particular use case to be helped with. Now I want to jump back and show some more demos to you guys. Let me jump back to 1 second. Sorry about it. Yeah, my presentation here. Okay, so this is another example I wanted to show you. Let me just slide. Okay, so remember the NextBrio example I took? I again took a liberty to create 2 shots from them. There is a video shot, like YouTube shot, and then there is a landscape version. And this one is created with a tool called Pictory, and this one is created with a tool called InVideo. And both are like video generation tool. And for both of them, again, I'm saying for both of them, I did not do any kind of work. I just gave them a very basic context around what NextBrio is. And they created all these images. They pulled all these images across from internet, from wherever, like, they use iStock. So they went around and got all these images. But you get the idea, right? AI can actually help you create the framework, and then you can later on modify whatever you want. So I'm just going to play it very quickly so that we get an idea of, what this is. Let me know if you people are not able to hear or get any.
Welcome to NextBrio Private Limited, a beacon of innovation in renewable energy, nestled in the vibrant heart of Lucknow. Our flagship brands, Brio Pump and NextBrio, are the epitome of cutting-edge technology, majorly crafted in-house. As a proud gold partner of ANVT China and collaborator with Compton Automations and Havels, we're an embodiment of excellence, boasting an ISO 9001, 2015 certification, and a formidable MSME presence. Our Brio pumps are versatile, fitting seamlessly into homes, agricultural fields, and industrial landscapes, providing efficient water management solutions from irrigation to sewage treatment. Peering into the future, we're thrilled to venture into electric vehicles and water solutions segments, continuing our march towards a greener India. Join our journey in empowering the future with solar energy. Visit us in Vijayakanth, Gomtinagar, or engage with our extensive network spread across 18 states. NextBrio, empowering your world sustainably. For more information, visit www.nextbrio.com. NextBrio, innovating for a brighter tomorrow.
Now, this is one example, like this is the YouTube short I created, and this is the other one, which is from Pictory. And you can then compare, like this is a fair idea. This will give you a fair idea. And
welcome to NextBrio Private Limited, a beacon of innovation in renewable energy, headquartered in the heart of Lucknow. Introducing our flagship brands Brio Pump in solar water pumps and NextBrio in industrial automation drives. Manufactured with state-of-the-art technology, predominantly in-house. Proud gold partner of INVT China and collaborator with Compton Automations and Havels, we embody excellence with our ISO 9001:2015 certification and strong MSME presence. Our Brio pumps are versatile, perfect for homes, agricultural fields, and industrial uses. They offer efficient water management solutions, from irrigation to sewage treatment. Looking ahead, we're excited to expand into electric vehicles and water solution segments, continuing our journey towards a greener India. Join us in empowering the future with solar energy. Visit us in Vijayant Khand, Gomti Nagar, or connect with our extensive network across 18 states. Next Brio, empowering your world sustainably. Discover more at www.nextbrio.com. Next Brio, innovating for a brighter tomorrow.
Okay, so I think this gives a fair idea of what this video tools were all about. And secondly, I mean, if you think about why I'm doing this or why I'm showcasing this, is because I know when it comes to a startup, we are always in dearth of resources, right? So we don't know where to get the right graphic designer, where to find these people who can edit the videos very quickly. And if you have to do bulk posting, like there are a lot of people who talked about getting inbound traffic onto their website or onto the Facebook or onto the Instagrams. So this becomes a very good channel, right? You can very quickly create these short videos, throw them out maybe every week or every day, whatsoever is your time frame. And there are other tools like Zapier and automation tools that you can utilize, which can post it on your behalf as well. So utilize technology to help you, get these leads quickly, like inbound traffic at least quickly. And then you can have your sales guy, reach out to whomsoever has, happened to come to your website and talk about, maybe contact them and discuss with them as we move along, right? So anyway, I'm going to move further very quickly. I'm going to talk a little bit about copyright issues that we spoke earlier, because these are also important. These are the risks that AI can pose. And like I gave an example of OpenAI, like if you are OpenAI do talks about Shield program, wherein they are going to foot all the bill if somebody sues you, and they're going to fight it till end, no matter what. So that is one thing which is given by OpenAI. Secondly, if you see lot of these legal battles that have happened so far, there has been no conclusive results. Only one thing that came out, say for an example, if you are generating any art form from AI, if you are like creating an art, you will have difficulty, creating a copyright around it. And there is a workaround for it. There was a recent, legal battle that was fought, and a particular person was able to copyright his work. The reason being because he used AI as a helper. So he did not do all the work through AI. He created maybe a simple framework through AI, then added his own artwork to it to finally create a masterpiece, and that he was able to win. So I think the crux of the matter is that if you are utilizing AI as a partner, as a helper, and working along with it, with your inputs also being added to it, then you will not get into any of these, copyright infringement at least. And about the legal liabilities, I already talked about. Make it very clear, make it transparent to anybody, whomsoever you are. Say if you are doing a partnership agreement or whatever, if your team is utilizing AI, it is okay to put a liner there saying that we are going to augment a lot of our inputs and data via AI, which most of the companies are doing nowadays, even at high enterprise scale as well. Okay, now few more demo. I don't know how I'm doing on time. Mani, are we good to like continue with the demos? I just wanted to finish a couple of more and.
So actually we are at 12:27 now. We should keep
Okay, I'll
some
just
time
quickly,
for
I just
Q&A.
wanted to show them one last thing, which is about SEO, which is also very important topic most of the time. And I took a liberty again to take two websites, which were again coming from a response on I think the Google form that you asked them to fill. So if you see this website, again, uh, please don't take me wrong. There's no critics around, whether the website is good or bad. All websites are good. I'm just going by the AI tool, what AI tool is telling us, and we're going to go by that and see. what is AI's assessment of these particular websites. So let's look at Conductor SEO, which is nothing but a Chrome extension. And I took senseoriginal.com as a website. And if I go to the health check, it is saying that it stands somewhere around 67%. And you can read through what does this score mean. I'm not going to go into detail because we're running out of time, but it is actually at a moderate aspect of SEO. So it can be made better. And from the overview perspective, it can say that, okay, like if you see title is very low, it is just 4 characters, it should be 50 or 60 characters. And I again took another example for another website. So this one also, if you see, I think the health check here is 77. It's better because the title is at least 59 characters. But if you see wherever you see this icon, it says that these things need to be, you can look at the recommendation. These things need to be better. Now, how to make it better? How AI can help you here? So for an example, I can quickly jump on again to show you. Yeah, if you see, this is a prompt I gave to fix, one of like the same example I was giving. So I said, rewrite the provided title and meta description to optimize for maximum click-through rate from the SERP. And SERP, you understand, like it's the search engine optimization, while also ensuring optimization for the highest organic ranking position for the designated keyword. Maximum character count for the title is 60 character. And I'm telling like what is the character count and what is the character count for meta description. And then I'm telling what is the existing title and description. If you see, it created immediately the title and the meta description that I can take and copy paste into my website's information, and immediately my score will jump. The SEO score will jump. So these are like easy techniques that any of the CEOs or founders for these startups can immediately take steps for making their website get better ranking on Google like search engines and all. Now let me okay, this I think we can and the last thing, I think another thing I wanted to show quickly is a tool called AIPRM. I think I don't know whether people have heard or not. Like I talked about all this prompt engineering, effective prompting, all those kind of things. But what if you are not ready to write these prompts? So this particular plugin, this is again a Chrome extension. If you download this Chrome extension, you can actually take in any topic. Like you can be a copywriting, you can be DevOps, generative AI, whatever, marketing. So you can take any of these topics and it will generate the prompt for you. So you can say that I am marketing topic. I want to create maybe product, right? And these are the different prompts that can be used. One-click course creator, Shopify, T-shirt code generator. So there are multiple such target audience with products. So multiple such prompts are already there, which can be just clicked on and utilized. And then you can write your context and it will generate the text for you. Okay, that makes sense. And yeah, this is another idea. I think there was one person who was creating do-it-yourself kits. And I thought about it like, what could be the best way? So the prompt I gave for that particular person is act as a creative director with 15 years of experience, provide creative codes that can be used as Instagram post, generate 10 codes. So generally what happens is if you are into like do-it-yourself kind of kits and you want like your audience is kids and adults as an example. So you would want to keep pumping these social media channels with, Instagram post and all. So my idea was like, once you create these, like if you see it created these 10 codes for you, you can put these codes in Canva. I can show you, I think I was trying to do that. Yeah. See like this. And you can bulk post it. Like this is the Canva. I hope everybody knows how to use Canva and all, so people must be already familiar. So you can create this and you can actually connect this element to that bulk data of 10 codes I created, and it will automatically bulk upload. It will automatically actually create these 10 different Instagram posts that you can post at your leisure after every hour or 2 hours or whatever. So you keep pumping in to gain the traffic from this audience. Anyway, I think I ran out of time, so I'll just stop here and I'll pass it back, to Dr. Meera or Mani, whomsoever want to take over. And let's see if we have any questions from anyone.
Let's first hear any questions from the participants.
I think participants are smart. They got everything. So they I mean, people can even type in if there's any questions on chat they want to post. That's also okay.
There were some questions while we were going on, which I answered.
Okay.
Here, there's something from Sridhar Rao. I want to know whether the speaker was showing free version of ChatGPT or pro version.
Yeah, so this is ChatGPT 4, what I was showing, which is a pro version, which is not free. But the free also works like, I mean, I can very quickly, if you want, show that as well. So 3.5 is free. So, I mean, it's exactly the same prompt. It's exactly the same interface. The interface is not going to change. You can type in your same commands. And I think, like I said, you will get your decent output. But if you are really serious about AI, if you really want to go that route and create professional content, I would recommend going to pro version, because if you are trying to give it lot of data and you're trying to ask him for some complex situations to answer for you, GPT-4 would shine out anytime in front of 3.5. But having said that, 3.5 is still the best model out there compared to Google Bard or Bing. I think Bing also uses ChatGPT behind the scene, but Claude as well. Like 3.5 still is ranking better among any of those.
There's another question. How can we get business leads? Any options of the course you have which business owners can do?
Yeah, so there are multiple variety of course. I'll let Mani talk. Maybe Mani can address better than me because she was into creating those courses. Mani, would you like to take it up?
Yes. So yeah, first of all, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Dr. Meera, Dr. Sulabh, and of course Abhinav for having us today. And we are having different courses catering different needs of our clients. So basically, if you want, I can share my screen. We are having a specified course for lead generation as well. Let me share my screen. So, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just going through the website. I was trying to share some information. So I can quickly go to my slide where we have our courses. Yeah. So here it is. So we have, this is our beginner course. Then we have another course, Build, Innovate, and Empower. So where we cover these topics over here. And this is the specified course for AI enhanced lead generation and customer targeting course. We are taking these classes every Saturday, Sunday, around 1.5 hour each session. Where we'll be covering these topics, introduction to AI in marketing, and understanding the customer behavior, and like all we did today in the session. So we will walk through each and every steps along with you to work on your specific project. And apart from this, we also have consultation process also. We can give you hourly basis consultation as well, where you can reach out to us. We can sit with you and discussing specifically a specific area of your pain point exactly. Actually, what is your pain area? Rather than going to the whole process, we can talk about your pain areas. So hope that helps you.
And the
Is that-
cost of these?
So
Session.
these prices, yeah. So basically, as we are aligned with Amity, and we have a special pricing for Amity students here or participants here, so we can discuss it. You can always reach out to me. I will share my details here in the chat box, and you can share. You can reach out to me, and we can discuss about the cost.
All right. And there's one more question, just a second. Sridhar is saying, I think the free version is not giving output in the table form if asked for. Rohit, you want to address this?
Yeah, sure. So I'm again sharing my screen. So to be honest, Sridhar, I mean, I have been utilizing Pro version for a long time. Can you share the screenshot with me? What is the problem you're getting? Because I thought it does give. Otherwise, what you can do is another example you can do is ask it for comma separated format. Like take instead of tabular format, ask to get the output. Like you can just write provide the output in comma separated format, and then you can copy paste whatever output it is giving into a notepad, and that can be opened in Excel. Just copy paste it as CSV. So that will become your tabular format when you open it into Excel. But I don't know, like there are limitations with 3.5. So I totally understand if you're not getting, the healthy output like what I was showing you, because it's not apple to apple comparison, because they are taking charges to give you a premium content out. So it will be a better, like uh, there will be a rich text attached to it when you get output on 4 version versus 3.5 version. I
And
don't know
one-
whether I don't know whether I'll be of help here, but yeah, this is what I can tell you. If this can help you, just try this out.
One more question, Rohit. Do we have an AI tool that converts large videos into small reels? Does it work properly?
Yeah, so there are tools like I utilize Filmora Wondershare, and it has recently launched, the premium version that they have. They recently launched an AI splitter. So I have tried it not for a very long video, but for a short. Like I just split it into two. It was able to do the decent job there. But maybe you can just give it a try. With Filmora AI splitter. Otherwise, what I can do is I can just nail down from my curated list and send you another tool if I find any. Through my friends or somebody, I can pass it on to you. Is it okay, Meera, if I can send it to you and you can later pass
Yes,
it to him?
yes, I'll share with the others. And there is a question related to this. Can you please share the list of the AI tools that you shared during the session? So
Sure. So
we'll
this
put-
is a curated list. Money, would you be able to pass it over? Because
So
this is all
yes,
AI empowered. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, this is. Yeah, sure. I will share with you, Dr. Meera, and then you can share with your students.
Another question, Rohit, how do you restrict the use of AI?
So when you say restrict, can somebody elaborate what restrict means? Like restriction in your office, like you don't want others to use AI, or
Vivek,
I just want to
Vivek,
what it
could you speak up? Vivek, how would? Hmm. Okay, I think they don't have access to.
Yeah, but
Via-
I just wanted to understand what does restriction means, right? So restriction to whom? If it is about like your office environment and you don't want somebody to, use Chat GPT, you can always block Chat GPT, at your domain level. You can always say that you don't want that website to be opened, if that's what you meant with restriction.
Another one, how can an AI marketing agent, how can an AI marketing agency start? Is it a good time to start it?
Okay, so see, time is very good for any of the AI businesses, I would say. Whether it is into consultancy, coaching, marketing, healthcare, if you see all over, like so many of them are mushrooming up. The only issue is, like I said, remember those 7 key pillars that I talked about? What is going to happen is, see, a lot of people are going to go AI route. So marketing material, marketing content, lot of them will be all AI generated. The only people who would shine will be the one who have some sort of content which has human touch in it. So if you can create that niche market wherein you bring in that hybrid mode, like taking help from AI and creating your own specific content, which is human made, and augment it with AI, I think you can shine. So I think it is a good time to be in this market.
And one more here, how are Google rankings going to be impacted for Chat GPT generated content in comparison to human generated content?
So yeah,
Read
this
an
is this
article
is
some time back that Google has the capability to identify if the content has been generated through ChatGPT or other AI tools.
yeah, I'll tell you how they do that. So see, I mean, I think I wanted to show that as well, but I ran out of time. I can quickly see if I can. 1 second. It was not this one.
Read code for ChatGPT.
Yeah, so if you see content detector, so for an example, this is like a copy leaks, right? So this is just a free product, AI content detector. You can put any content here and check it. Now, if you have a content that you want to put as SEO generated or something, like you want to put on your website content or whatever, and you want that nobody should be able to catch it, then there is another tool which is called rephrase. So what rephrase does is, you can actually ask him to rephrase whatever content you have in most human way possible, and without any of the AIs to detect it, any of the like AI content detector to detect it. So you can actually rephrase it, and it will rephrase it for you in multiple output settings. Like I gave 2 output, 3 output, whatever. Now, if you think about the task of this content detector, it has failed miserably. Like, OpenAI also came out with a tool. There is a Zero GPT. You might have heard all these different content detector tools, but they have not done a very good job of figuring out whether this is AI generated or not, because it's too hard, right? If you think about it, it's all natural language. There is no, like, it's all random, right? It is not like they work on seeding based mechanism. It's a mathematical formula by which they create this content and produce the next predictable word. There is no pattern there. Like, there's no pattern which you can catch and say that, okay, this is AI or not AI. What generally these tools does, they say that with confidence of 60%, I am saying that this may be written by AI, or with confidence of 70%, this may be written by AI. So what you need to do is, you need to, like, whenever you give your prompts, you can always add that if you are very worried about it, you can always say that, please produce your output so that it cannot be detected by any of the AI detector when you give your prompt to ChatGPT. And I mean, to be honest, I'm not aware about if Google has nailed down any such tool that can catch artificial intelligent, text, because it's too hard. I mean, it's very difficult for somebody to figure out that this is AI generated versus not generated.
I think that takes care of the questions so far. We should wrap it up time-wise.
Sure.
Yes, yeah.
This is your screen. Oh, wait a second. Sorry. Let me just quickly
Rohit,
see.
stop sharing your screen.
Somebody's just asked, can we have an advanced training on AI usage for business like Canva, Insta?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So, yeah, Mani, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, we have that specialized training on Canva as well. So I have sent the link in the chat box. You are free to have our free 30 minutes consultancy with us, and then we can even guide you that what exactly you can go for, which kind of training you can go for to have the maximum results. Yes, so you don't have to waste your money. So we are here to help you and to guide you through your pathway of your startup. So yeah, we have all kind of tailored programs for you. You can reach out to me.
So what I would suggest, any of the startups who have interest, ping Abhinav or me, and then we will compile a list of how many people are interested, and then have a session with Mani again.
Yeah, sure,
Organize
perfectly.
a
And even
session.
yeah, we can have one more webinar also. If you have more students or participants interested in some other topic as well, so we can also have another webinar for you guys. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Mani, thank you for organizing this. And Rohit, great getting this slightly deeper input into, how to use AI. And thank you for using all our startups information to, guide them.
Yeah.
Let's see how after the session, I'll see what the feedback is. And if people want more, details on stuff, just one more. I have been using ChatGPT 3.5 for some time, but haven't been able to generate any table or picture content. Will ChatGPT 4.0 help with this?
Of course, yes. So I can vouch for it. So image creation, I can show, I mean, it might be out of time, but I created like a lot of New Year greeting cards and, lot of material that even I puts on Etsy and earn money out of it. So ChatGPT 4 is your answer. It will surely help out creating those beautiful images or maybe, tabular format or whatever format you want. Can give you output on that. It can even do data analytics work for you. It can actually create Excel sheets out of, the data that you provide as well.
Thank you so much. And like I said, let me see what the feedback is, and I'll get back to both of you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Meera. I
Sure.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead. Take care. Bye
You guys get some
Thank you.
sleep. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Sahil, thank you for organizing this.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I think Vijay sir was also on the call.
Yes, ma'am. I think he was there for quite some time. He might have dropped off lately.
Do thank him, please. And
Sure,
say
ma'am.
very nice of him to join.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Sahil, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.